find a way to make money, and she's looking actually for another job. We talked for a while, and I told her that basically that was a bad idea of trying to find another job. What she needed to do was find a way to make money that involved little time on her part and offered her huge rewards. Typically, when people are having a financial crisis, they look for a way that they can make money, and they want to maybe get another job or something like that. They're already exhausted and tired. A lot of people are already working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. And so what I told her was quite simply, you have to start looking within instead of looking without. And what that means is typically we spend money on things that we do consistently every month. And what I mean by that is we spend money on food, shelter, our internet service, our transportation, medical services, and other things as far as utilities go. Now, a lot of those things we just basically can't live without. If you can find a way to provide a lot of those services to people, then you can make money. And that's what I mean by look within. Look at what you're already spending money on, because it's very likely that somebody else would want to spend money on those things as well. We're all typically all just middlemen. Now, if you don't believe me, just think about it like this. You're working and you're doing a job that basically somebody else doesn't want to do. And even if you own your own business, you are providing a service, but you're not the key provider of that service, meaning that you have to get some type of materials from some place, some type of certification, some type of license, something that requires that somebody else approve you, and then you perform your work. So we're all basically middlemen. And in the galactic cosmic sense, we're all kind of middlemen in the sense that we all come from a greater source. So with that said, now I'm going to show you guys how to make money as a middleman and do it effectively using online tools in your offline business. Okay, so let's start talking about how we make money and the 2 types of money that we need to make. Yeah, that's right. I said 2 types of money. A lot of you, when you think about money, you think about your regular paycheck. But there are really 2 types of money that need to be made. All right? Now, there are 2 types, and I like to call them this. I like to call it daily bread and also lump sum cash. Now, the lump sum cash is like the paycheck that comes in every 2 weeks or once a month, something like that. It's a pretty big number with a couple of zeros behind it. But the daily bread is the stuff that we need to survive on a daily basis, the money that we need to pay unexpected expenses that gives us a little sanity while we're waiting for that lump sum check. So with that said, you need to establish 2 different types of middleman businesses. Okay? Now, for example, what I'm talking about is, let's say that you decided that you were going to provide a service to people. Now, the service that you're going to provide is you're going to provide a lead generation service. That's right, I said lead generation. Now, a lot of people typically think of lead generation as an online phenomenon. But actually, a lot of offline businesses are struggling and would pay you huge amounts of money if you just advertise for them and worked out an arrangement where you have some kind of fee split. So let's say you have a doctor's office or a dentist's office that's looking for new dental clients. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had an agreement with them so that you'd advertise for them, and what would happen is you'd get a portion of the new client revenue of the new clients that you brought in? Yeah, that would be great. But that's what I call lump sum cash. But what about somebody who is is going to need a service that day, such as somebody who needs their brake repaired that day. You could put an ad in the paper for brake repair service and work with somebody who you know is a mobile mechanic who will go around and basically replace people's brakes, getting anywhere from $60 to $175 every time he replaces someone's brakes. So now you can get some of that money, and all you have to do is advertise. That's the difference between daily bread and lump sum cash. So now you're thinking, sure, Al, that sounds great, but how do I actually make it work? How do I actually find people who are interested in paying me for leads? Well, it's quite simple, especially in this economy. A lot of businesses are suffering. They're spending time managing their business, and also they have to promote their business. And because they can't split their time effectively, guess which one suffers? You're right, the marketing and the advertising part of their business. They can't seem to pull it together. That's where you come in. Now, that same friend that I was talking about, when I talked to her, she had an instant idea. She remembered that her mechanic was complaining about the fact that business was slow. Now, the mechanic is not internet savvy. He wants to focus his time on promoting his business, but he can't because he has to focus on working on the cars or the trucks or the other types of automobiles that he gets into his shop. Now, yes, business is slow, but people think, oh, well, the word-of-mouth traffic will pick up. Guess what? The word-of-mouth traffic is not going to pick up. So that is her opportunity, and that is your opportunity. So she said that he would be willing to pay her for more clients. And guess what, folks? Somebody out there will also be willing to pay you for more clients. Now that mechanic, because he works on someone's car in a day and charges a fee, that's your daily bread client. Now let's talk about your lump sum cash clients. Your lump sum cash clients may be doctor's office, dentist's office, mortgage brokerage or attorney's office. These guys usually get paid at the end of a month or some long time period, but the point is they get a lot of money. So if you can work out some arrangement with them where they can pay you out of their marketing budget, you can walk away with a large lump sum check. The thing is, and the thing that you need to keep in mind, is that every business wants the services that you're offering. People need advertising, and some businesses are willing to pay up to 50% of their revenues that they generate to you if you can send them clients. Now, I'm not saying that every business is going to pay you 50%, but you can earn a sizable income if you just follow this simple system. Now, understand, I can't make any claims about your profitability because of all of these new guidelines, but I'm also not selling you anything. This is free advice, and this is stuff that I have done in the past and I continue to do. So if you want to try it out, be my guest. And also, let me know about your success stories.